A Nigerian mother, Blessing Edeneron, is seeking justice for her 12-year-old daughter, Whitney Edeneron, a student of Chrisland School, who lost her life during the school's inter-house sports competition. In a sad video shared online, Mrs. Blessing Edeneron narrated that her daughter, Desola Whitney Edeneron, had attended her school's inter-house sports last Thursday, February 9th. This is the heart-wrenching story of Whitney Edeneron, a 12-year-old girl who died at Chrisland High School in Lagos, Nigeria, during an inter-house sports event at Ajit Stadium. Whitney's father, Dr. Michael Adeyemi Edeneron, has spoken out about the tragedy, demanding answers from the school authorities regarding the death of his daughter. Whitney was a student at Chrisland High School in Opibi, Lagos, and was participating in the school's inter-house sports event at Ajit Stadium on February 9, 2023. According to Dr. Edeneron, Whitney was in good health and dressed up from home, ready for the event. The school bus picked her up to take her to the stadium, and everything seemed normal. However, the reality of the situation quickly changed when Dr. Edeneron received a call from his wife informing him that Whitney had slumped at the event and had been taken to a clinic. Dr. Edeneron's wife was at the venue, but she was not informed of Whitney's condition until after she had been taken out of the stadium. When Dr. Edeneron arrived at the clinic, he found his daughter lying dead on the ground. He was shocked and deeply saddened by the news. 12-year-old Whitney Edeneron dies at Chrisland High School. The school authorities claimed they knew nothing about Whitney's death and that she had simply slumped and died. However, Dr. Edeneron was not satisfied with this explanation, as he had given the school a healthy, vibrant young girl, and what they had returned to him was a dead child. He was particularly concerned about the lack of proper medical facilities at the event, as there was no ambulance, no paramedics, no medical personnel, and no safety corps. The only medical staff present was a school nurse, who later confessed that Whitney had died at the stadium, but she could not pronounce her death because she was not a doctor. Dr. Edeneron's grief and sorrow are compounded by the fact that he has not been able to get any answers from the school authorities about what happened to his daughter. He feels that the school is trying to cover up the truth and that the death of his daughter has not been taken seriously. He is calling on the pathology department of LACET to be honest with their results and is also asking for the intervention of the Lagos state government and the Nigerian government. The death of Whitney Edeneron has raised serious concerns about the state of education and the safety of students in Nigeria. The country has a long history of poor educational facilities and a lack of proper funding, which has led to a decline in the quality of education. The lack of proper medical facilities at the inter-house sports event at Ajit Stadium is a stark reminder of the ongoing issues with the education system in Nigeria. Furthermore, the lack of proper medical facilities at the event highlights the need for schools to prioritize the safety and well-being of their students. In Nigeria, there have been numerous cases of students who have suffered from preventable illnesses or injuries due to a lack of proper medical facilities. This is unacceptable and must be addressed. In recent years, Chrisland High School has made headlines for a number of negative reasons. Last year, the school suspended a 10-year-old female pupil after accusing her of taking part in a truth or dare game in Dubai. The situation received widespread attention, and the school received criticism for its handling of it. However, it was later discovered that the student had engaged in inappropriate behavior with a classmate while on a trip to Dubai, leading to her suspension. This incident raises further questions about the school's policies and procedures and the extent to which they are equipped to handle sensitive issues.
Hello everybody, good evening. My name is Blessing Edeneron. The girl in question is my daughter. She's my first child. I will state everything that happened. I don't like trouble. I don't like wahala in my life. I'm an easygoing person. I don't like attention in my life. Oh, let me state what happened. February 9th was the day of their inter-house sports. That was the day they were meant to have their inter-house sports. Anybody who knows Chrisland knows that Chrisland has their inter-house sports at Agege Stadium. Last year, I was not able to go on time. My daughter was angry. She said, Mom, you did not even come on time. You did not even come and see me take part in the march past. And I was marching, I was looking for you. I said, I'm sorry. I didn't know the way. I didn't know how to find my way to Agege Stadium. But I promise you, next year, I will be there on time. This year, I tried to go there as early as possible. I was there even before the program started. I met the admin officer, I met the principal, I met part of the PTA committee, I met parents there, we greeted, I sat down. March past started. When the march past started, I looked. The first house marched. I didn't see my child. Second house marched. I didn't see my child. Third house marched. I didn't see my child. I said, she's in Pines, which is greenhouse. I said, maybe she's among the Queen's entourage. Because I remember she mentioned that she's among the entourage of the Queen or King or something like that. Those ones marched. I didn't see her. I said, okay, maybe she's in the arts and crafts or home economics or IT or photography or something. Those ones all passed. I didn't see my child. I got worried. I called the school, her school bus driver. Mr. Said, please, was my child among those you brought to the stadium? That I have not seen her. I've been in this stadium now for going to some 30 minutes thereabouts, and I've not seen my daughter. He said, Mommy Whitney, I brought her. She's in the stadium there. Don't worry, you will see her. I quickly left to go and do some things. I said, okay. No problem. As this time, the march past was still going on, dignitaries, parents, teachers, everybody was marching. The year 12 final year students, they were all marching. I didn't want to interrupt the march past because parents are opposite where children are kept. After I finished speaking with the driver, he said he brought her. I said, okay. Maybe she got hungry and had to leave and buy something outside. Because she had breakfast before leaving the house. I made sure she had breakfast, knowing she was going for inter-house sports. And she was with money. I went to the snacks point outside. I didn't see my daughter. I said, where could this girl be? So I waited. March past was over. I crossed to the other side. On my way there, I met a man. The man said, madam, parents are not allowed at this side. I said, I know. I just want to check on my daughter. He said, okay. I went in there and I saw some students there. And I asked a boy there, please. Meanwhile, before I got to that across, a bus sped by on high speed, zoomed. And I said, how can a bus be driving like this when children are in the stadium? But I just said that and I went on my own. So when I saw the boy, I said, please, I'm looking for Whitney. Adeniro. The boy said, a girl just fainted here. But they have taken her, the school bus has taken her to the hospital. I said, a girl fainted. Oh, may God give her quick recovery. Why did she faint now? Anyway, I'm looking for Whitney Adeniro. She's my daughter. The boy said, the girl that fell, her name is Whitney. I heard them calling Whitney when they were pouring her water. I said, Jesus. But it's not my own child. My daughter's name is Whitney Adeniro. And I brought out my phone. The boy said, I don't know her surname, but I know her name is Whitney. I brought out my phone and I showed the boy her picture. And he said, this is the girl that fell. I said, what? What happened to her? Why would my child fall? She hasn't done anything strenuous. She wasn't sick. She hasn't done any activity. What is going on? Why would my child faint? A man was there. The man said, Madam, Ibilo Durosi, Oshubu, Eminimodo Misilara. Meaning she was standing here. She fell. I poured water on her. I said, who took her? He said, school bus. No ambulance, no doctor, no nurse, no medical personnel, nobody. There was no emergency provision on ground in a place where you have about 500 students. In a place where you have over 100 parents. In a country where insecurity is so high. You kept our children in that field with no proper medical arrangements in case of any emergencies. When the boy said the school bus took her, I said, was it my child that was in that bus that sped by? I ran out. I met a staff coming towards me. The staff said, "Oh, Mommy Whitney, we've been looking for you." He was so calm and casual. He said, "Oh, Mommy Whitney, we've been looking for you. Whitney fell." I said, "Yes." And then she fell. He said, "Oh, yeah, she fell, but don't worry, she'll be fine. We've taken her to the hospital." I said, "Okay, let's go to the hospital." Immediately, I picked my phone. I called my husband. My husband wasn't picking. His PA said he was in a meeting. I said, "Please get the phone across to him. I don't care who is having that meeting with. Even if it is the governor, go and give him the phone. It's an emergency." The guy went and gave my husband the phone. I told my husband what happened. My husband said, "Okay, no problem. Go to the hospital. I will make a few calls and I will meet you there myself. I'm on my way already." I asked the staff, "Please, where is the hospital my daughter was taken to?" She said, "Let him ask the principal." We asked the principal. Principal said it was Agege Central Hospital. I said, "Agege Central Hospital." She said, "Yes." I brought out my phone. I put it on Google Map. It wasn't showing. I put it again, Agege Central Hospital. It was not showing. What I saw was Agege Central Mosque. I said, Central Mosque, Central Hospital. Ma, it's not showing. She said, "Don't worry, just ask around. Go. They would tell you." We drove out of the stadium to the gates. We asked the gatesmen. They don't know. We asked, as we were driving, we were asking people, "Please, where's Agege Central Hospital?" They said they don't know that. What they know is Agege General Hospital. And I called. I said, "Ma, is it Agege General Hospital or Central?" She said it is Central. That is very close to the stadium. What we couldn't locate.
Thank you so much for joining us, and we sincerely condole with you with the loss for the loss of your daughter. Talk to us about what actions the family and how this whole thing happened.
All right. Thank you so much, TVC, for the great work you guys are doing. I'm so pained, and there's a lot of sorrow in my home right now due to the fact that I gave Chrisland a very healthy child, vibrant, intelligent, beautiful, and what they returned back to me is a dead child. It happened that my daughter is in year 8 in Chrisland International School of Ebi, and she started with them from GSS 1, and she's now in GS 2, which is year 8. And every year the school hold an inter-house sport, but this time around their inter-house sport happened to be last Thursday, which is on the 9th of February, year 2023. So my daughter left home in the morning, as usual, the way school bus come to pick her up. She was prepared, she was excited, she was happy. There is no any sign of sickness whatsoever with my child. I was with her the previous night. I came back from Abuja on a business trip. We met, we were in my sitting room, we played together, father and daughter, we ate together on the same table. And the following day, she dressed up for this inter-house sport she had been looking forward to, even telling me that I should make sure I am available at the inter-house sports, and her mother should as well come early. So she left, and the mother got prepared to go, and myself, I prepared myself to go to the office, and afterward I joined them at the Agege Stadium, where Chrisland do all their inter-house sports. While I was in the office that beautiful afternoon of on the 9th of February 2023, I got an emergency call from my wife telling me to come down right away to Agege, that my daughter slumped. According to the school, that the school told her that my daughter slumped and they've rushed her to the hospital. Whereas my wife was present at that same venue even before the event started, and she was never informed until they said they've taken her daughter to an hospital on emergency. So while she was looking for her, because she was looking at people who are doing march past, and she couldn't see her child, she got up from her seat and like, my child is meant to be among these people who are doing a march past. So why is my child not there? So she started looking for her child. It was in that process she realized that they said there is a girl who slumped somewhere around where the students are, and they said people are gathered together, you know, trying to resuscitate and all of that. So by the time she will be getting to that place, she could not lay her hands on her daughter anymore. They said they have taken her to an hospital. So where is the hospital? They said Agege Central Hospital. She tried to put it on Google, and I will tell you, she could not even locate the said hospital on Google Map. And the principal of the school came and they said, no, Whitney is getting better, so let's just go together. And they entered the school bus and they went together to the Agege Central Hospital, which happened to be an immunization center, or what we call an healthcare center for a local government in a slum area of Agege. And by the time my wife will arrive at that place, she met a 12-year-old daughter on a table lying dead. And at this point, she was confused and said, "You told me my child just slumped. So how can a child just slumped and she's confirmed dead right now within a space of 20 minutes?" So this was a dilemma, and that was why she started reaching out to me immediately to come over to that venue. I dropped everything I was doing in the office. I rushed down to that venue, and when I saw the place where they even took my daughter, it was a God-forsaken environment where you see mechanic workshop are all over. There are dingy houses, very dirty environment, no power supply, one single woman there who claimed to be a medical doctor. And I saw my daughter in one cubicle, one small room on a plank, lay down and said she is dead. So I asked the school authority what happened to my daughter, what led to her death. And what the school authority could tell me was that my daughter just slumped at the venue. So I asked them, has she already engaged in any activity at all? They said no. Did she do a march past? They said no. So what happened? How did she slump? And you rush her to the hospital. Now, I asked the nurse, because the school said they have a nurse who was on standby. So I asked the nurse, so what did you know about the death of my daughter, of my 12 years old? She said, well, she was also not at the point where the incident happened, that they beckoned on her to come. And by the time she got there, she checked her pulse, she checked her eyes, and she realized that her eyes already dilated. And she realized she's already gone, but she cannot pronounce her dead. That is why they took her to this health center to a doctor who can certify her dead. So, my question is, when you realize that my daughter has died at that venue, did you reach out to the mother? You also knowingly well that the mother was present at that particular place. Did you call her? You did not call her. You hurriedly put her in a school bus and you took her to this place, and now you are telling me my daughter slumped and died. And I told them there is something you guys know that you are not talking about. Because within the space of 1 hour 30 minutes that this incident happened, my baby lips are turned black, her tongue gone black, her face already turning black. I said, what could happen to a child within a space of 1 hour that she give up, the whole body is already turning black?
Mr. Adeniro, sorry, let me quickly butt in. I tried to check the school's website to see whether they've released a statement, but I'm not sure whether the school has actually released a statement to this effect, maybe in the WhatsApp group or whatsoever. What exactly has the school told the parents? How have they reacted to this particular incident?
The only thing the school keeps telling me as at this moment, this morning, is that my daughter slumped and died.
Right. Then, when was the last time you saw your daughter? Is she in boarding house or she left home for school before that?
My daughter lives. My daughter is a day student. She lives from home every day.
Right. So,
and before she go out, we make sure we see her in the morning. We pray together and all of that.
Right. So, exactly where is the body, and what is the autopsy like? Are you looking forward to what the autopsy result will definitely give out, so as the family to be able to take a decision thereafter?
Yes, I've already filed for an autopsy. Initially, when I started talking about making an autopsy, the school said I should not do an autopsy, I should forget about it and all of that. But I insisted I'm going to do an autopsy. So I have already filed for the autopsy. The corpse of this child is already at the morgue as I'm talking to you. And hopefully by tomorrow being Monday, we are going to get the coroner papers signed by the magistrate court, and we can take, the police can take it down to the pathology department of Lagos State Teaching Hospital, and they can commence the autopsy immediately or as soon as possible.
All right, thank you very kindly. The father of late Whitney, Michael Adeniran, sincerely condole with you at these difficult times. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Please let's talk about this issue in the comment section because this is one too many deaths unaccounted for. It is so sad that the school authority, who are supposed to be the parents' second eyes, have proven to be incompetent. Guys, this needs to stop. My heart goes out to this family. Please guys, comment, like and share. Let me know what you think and how we can get justice for this little girl. Warm hugs guys.